up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Reviews and Reviews, back in here with one more video. All right, guys, you already know what time it is. Today, it is time to get active. Shout out to YouTuber, very small YouTube channel, Emily Vroom. By the way, this video was sent to me on my Instagram at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, link down in the description box down below. Title of this video is Humble Who? With a question mark. Why are men so obsessed with trying to humble black women? This is an interesting title. I have not seen the video yet, so I'm interested to see where it's going to go. I got nothing else to say, so without further ado.
So I haven't made a video in a minute, but I got one for you today. So my homegirl posted a meme yesterday that said, I'm 5'2", but my attitude's 6'1". And some nigga responds to it.
Before she gets into it, I may be 5'2", but my attitude is 6'1". I've talked about this on my channel before. There's certain types of women that love to wear their argumentativeness as a badge of honor. I just don't understand it. It's almost as if in our lopsided society, it's almost like a challenge, right? I am a strong black woman. Therefore, if you're man enough, you could be able to tame me. Guys, we talk about this on the channel all day. If they wear their uncooperativeness like a badge of honor in the other direction. Anyway, I think I was going to pause at that soon, but let's keep going.
And says, I'll humble your little mean ass love in a good way, though.
Just like I said, the young brother saw it and then felt like it was something that he needed to conquer. Guys, we got to switch this mantra.
In a good way, humble. First of all, who the f are you to be humbling anybody? And second of all, I can't stand that shit because I deal with that, especially on social media often, with men trying to give me this humbling experience because they want to belittle me and they want me to be quiet, and you know, they talk to you so crazy. And it's because men don't like larger than life women. They like submissive women, and they like to beat women into submission. Not always physically, but physically. But
she doesn't. Okay, there's a couple of things that's going on here. Number one, if I was to guess, I would say that this is probably like a Twitter thing going back and forth, because that's the most appropriate social media site to go back and forth with people. When I say appropriately, I'm just meaning that facetiously. I mean from a technological perspective. Second thing is the way that she speaks about men. It doesn't sound like that she has a good relationship with men at all. So just take that as a point and caveat as you're going into the rest of this. So let's just keep going.
But mentally, like, they want to beat you down so that the little things they do for you, you're appreciative of. And that's why they like low value, pick me women, because when they do the bare minimum, it's met with like, oh my God, he did this for me. And you see it often. Men come on here and say things like, girls that ask for nothing, women that ask for nothing deserve everything. Okay, so a girl that don't ask for nothing deserves everything, but a woman who knows her value and knows what she's worth and has a standard doesn't deserve it?
She said that's why men value low value, pick me women. Why is it that there's so many black women that throw hate and shade on women who want to be cooperative or want to be submissive to a man or want to, and what I see is this clear division between I'm independent, I'm gonna get it on my own, bump that sis, he's trying to control you, he's trying to this, that, in a clear divergence from women that are like, I understand my role, I understand what's gonna make me happy, I want a man to lead, I want this, I want that, right? And there's a clear split and a divergence, and I would say most of the women that follow this content on this channel are on this side of the coin right here. But for these other ones, I mean, unless you heal your, and I'm not saying that there's situations where men are not controlling, manipulative, and they're low value as hell, and they're keeping you there, and they're staying up on your couch, and you giving them all this, that, and the third. But stop enabling those men. You shouldn't have to mother those men. That is not your job. That is not your job to be able to do. But what I see is that from these sector of women, unless you can begin to try to heal your relationship with the opposite sex, you're going to lead a long life alone or being a shepherd of cats. Let's move on.
Girls that ask for nothing, women that ask for nothing deserve everything. Okay, so a girl that don't ask for nothing deserves everything, but a woman who knows her value and knows what she's worth and has a standard doesn't deserve it?
These are all Twitter
because she knows she deserves it, she doesn't deserve it? Aren't we supposed to know our value? See what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole...
Oh, she said something super fascinating there. She said, aren't we supposed to know our value? Yes, but women are wildly inaccurate in valuing themselves. And I understand to agree why they are, because all of the media that's pushed onto y'all to tell y'all, you know, you are beautiful no matter what. Like, you can gain whatever weight and no matter, love your body. You know what I'm saying? And they'll call it body shaming when you're talking about the state of your body that you've created for yourself, which is probably top 3 leading cause of death in the United States. So no one can point a finger at that shit and tell you, hey, lose some weight. Because not only are you going to live longer, but you're going to increase your chances of attracting a dude that you might actually like. But as been proven, especially on this YouTube space, women can be wildly inaccurate in estimating where they rank from a scaling perspective. And my argument is way more inaccurate than what men typically do, because men are not fed that information. Okay. And we are the hunters and much more readily go out and get knocked down a couple of notches by some young lady that never wanted to take our number anyway. So we're a little bit more accurate in appropriately establishing where we sit at in the dating marketplace. But I hear your point, mama, because there are manipulative dudes out there that will try to keep you under your thumb. I understand your point. Let's keep going.
They can't meet the standards, and once they meet them, they know they have to keep upping them, because with a high value woman, it's going to continue to increase, and that's too much pressure. Low value women, very bare minimum. You get away with doing a little bit, and they'll always feed into you. So
I think it's clear here that she's not establishing a definition of a high value woman versus a low value woman, which is the way that we talk about on this channel, because the way that we typically talk about it, women are not gaining value the older that they get. I would say between the ages of like from a dating and relationship perspective, right, between the ages of like 18 to like 23, when they're still learning about life, there can be an argument there, because I know for damn sure I can't really have conversations with 18 to 21-year-olds generally about anything. There's some of that are super mature, but it's really rare. But from them ages of like 22 to like 28-ish, around that time, you know what I'm saying? That's usually the sweet spot for a lot of dudes. But after that, the value from a dating perspective is not going to increase, because men have certain things that they look for, and youth is generally one of them. All right, let's keep it moving.
For all my larger than life women, keep doing you, keep being 5'2" and 6'6" at the same time. And if you're waiting for a nigga to come through and do that shit for you, it's never gonna happen. Do that shit for yourself.
Yeah, she's right. It's never going to happen. if you keep on being argumentative as keep doing you, boo boo, and they all coming to you, and meanwhile, from a male perspective, the dude might be average, but then from her perspective, she's probably average as well. But then you still got those that are just like, nah, boo boo, keep doing you, don't settle. You know what I'm saying? You deserve X, Y, and Z. Look at Sierra, she did it, so can you. Miracles can happen. Let's keep moving.
And make these niggas meet you at your level, or don't meet them at all. There's no reason to, and that's just that on that. And don't let these niggas try to humble you. Humble them, and quickly, fast, in a hurry.
Humble them fast, in a hurry. Has she referred to men as men at all during this entire video? At all? You know what type of flack I would receive on my channel if I call all women the B word? I already get haters in my comments talking about I hate women. Do you guys look at this video and say that she hates men? Okay, are you guys throwing up picket signs and putting up blog posts on the internet because of how she's referring to men, how she's speaking about men? Seems to be some unevenness across the internet. Let's move on.
And please don't get me started on how men will be quick to say larger than life women are so problematic and they think they don't need no man, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. We don't think we don't need no man.
Oh, she's larger than life, she's saying.
We know that we don't need just any man, and you niggas be just any man, coming with any energy, ain't coming with shit, ain't meeting nobody's standards, and that's the problem. You trying to humble us down to be accepting of the little that you can give when we know that we deserve more. That's the problem. And ladies, men will argue you down about this. Same thing. It's the whole down, down, down. They want to make you think that you're crazy. They want you to make you think that you're bugging for wanting certain things, or when you speak on it, like you're problematic for speaking on it, when that's not the case. The problem is that you're aware, and it's a big deal for you to be aware. Like, a lot of women don't know their worth, so they'll settle. So you are a problem. You're problematic to a man.
You know, what's interesting about this is, like, I wonder what is the rubric for determining the worth in some of these situations? Because how do you know that she settled? Maybe she didn't settle. Like, maybe she didn't settle. If he's a deadbeat, okay, all right, but then she's a deadbeat as well. She ain't settled. You understand me? Listen, I think, like, at the end of the day, you have to understand what your worth is, right? Accurately, right? None of that delusion shit, right? Then understand that most of America is average. Most of America is average, okay? And then once you understand that, appropriately go out and look for whatever it is that you're trying to look for, all right? Then go do that. But we have to establish baselines, all right? We got to.
That isn't ready to give you that, or isn't able to give you that, so they're going to bash you and make it seem like you're the one that's bashing them. And you know, you think the more successful you get, the more you have, that it makes dating easier. It's not. Men say they want a woman who's got it all together, and they get that woman, and it's like, they're like, damn, well, what's my purpose here? Like, she can do this, she can do that, she could buy this, she could buy that. Like, there's nothing I can use to leverage her for her to want to stay. But she better still listen to me, though. Like, damn, if you could do all that, you better still listen to me. So they'll always, like, push even harder to, like, make sure you're listening, and don't do this and don't do that, and your hoe ass friends this and your hoe ass friends that. Like, you'll hear it often, but a lot of girls don't recognize it. They'll hear it, but they don't recognize what it is. And, you know, like, for girls that travel and do all this shit on their own, you see it under posts on Twitter and Instagram and shit. Like, girls will post, oh, they got a new car, and niggas be like, who's the co-signer, or it's leased, or whatever. You don't see that under many white women's posts and all that stuff. And 9 times out of 10 with a white woman, it probably is leased. White people love to lease their cars. Black people love to buy shit. And you'll see a girl post a house, and it's, you know, niggas will be like, oh, which nigga's house is this? And they think it's funny because they think women can't really do it without a man, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go on a trip, like.
The more that she talks, the more I'm just saying, like, you know, why are you involving yourself in these toxic social media? Like, right, like why? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm gonna concede whatever points that she has because I'm not on her social media. But my thing is like, I don't see these types of things. Number one, I've deleted all of my personal social media. So I just don't see it. I mean, the most that I see is when people send me stuff on my Instagram, that links down in the description box down below. But like, I guess if that's the reality, then yeah, then exit that reality of these abyss level, trash level thinkers that are doing nothing but crab in a barrel. That crab in a barrel shit is just so crazy. You shouldn't, here's the thing. You shouldn't judge and get angry at Earth because of crab in a barrel mentality, which is why I tell you guys, get out of y'all hoods. Get out of y'all hoods. Please get out of your hoods. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to stress to you, travel, get off of y'all blocks. All right, go out, go to different states, go to different cities, go out the country if you can. I'm telling you, it's me traveling across the world. I've been in about 13 countries or so, has been one of the best investments within my life, because it got me such a larger perspective of how small and infinitesimally inconsequential my life is in the grand scheme of this entire shit. And it makes me just feel like all of my issues that I've ever had really don't matter, because I'm a tenth of a speck in this whole entire universe. And the issues and the problems that I have, the person in Italy that I'm sitting next to in this park has no idea about that and doesn't even care. So within that, it just taught me, why surround yourself and be involved with people that bring you down. All right. Remove the media if that's what it is that you have to do. Remove it. All right.
Like, oh, how you could go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, even Drake says in his songs, like, see you in Turks, flights to these places don't come cheap. Remember, I took you there first. Like, it's a pride and ego thing that eats at them. Like, they are convinced ain't no way a woman could really have it together and be happy and shit without a nigga, like without a man being behind it. So they're trying to figure out, damn, why is she so happy? Now let me change that. She can't be that happy. She can't be that big. She can't got more going on than me. Like, like I gotta have the superior, you know what I'm saying? Like title. I gotta hold the higher place. Like it's gotta be me. So they'll do anything to beat women down. Okay. Then when a broken woman is very easy to manipulate. So once they broke you, that's it. They run everything, they run the show, and that's how they get their power, by breaking women.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the video right there. There's probably like 25 to 35% of the video left. I'm gonna pause it right here. Here's the last thing that I want to say, and I said this earlier in the video. I think that where the specific content creator is coming from is from a place of not having a good relationships with men in her life. Okay. That's exactly where this is coming from. So we're seeing her experiences with low integrity, perhaps manipulative men, and they exist. Okay, they absolutely exist. I think that if we're speaking about healthy relationships, you have to understand removing yourself out of the abyss level behavior, the low integrity behavior. B, making sure that you can seek professional help to make sure that the demons that you have tried to leave behind, you do, right? And you can relinquish all of the baggage of a tortured past or whatever it is that you've involved yourself in. Then when you have a much more happy idea of society, right? A positive idea of society, then you can try to form good relationships with the opposite sex. Okay. What I'm seeing here is someone that doesn't have it because of what she has dealt with in the past. So this is an estimation of things in and around her life. All right. Like I tell you guys all day, there's information like this that diminishes men. There's information over on this side of YouTube that diminishes women. I say it's a human nature thing. I think humans will be humans if you left them up to their own devices. Okay, there's manipulation on both sides of the coin. It's unfortunate that we see it to this degree, especially in 2021. This is an incredible uphill battle with the range of personality types that have grown up under the social media era or epidemic. You can also call it as well. So, it's all about personal health and personal healing at the end of the day. But good video. I'm happy that I went over it, but it was extremely exhausting. But feel free, I'll leave a link down in the description box down below to go off and see the content, guys. As y'all tell you all the time, I do videos like this. It is not the opportunity to leave ad hominem attacks over there. If I see you doing that, I will remove you from my channel. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. You understand me? Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Feel free to hit me up. Got a Patreon as well. The members are growing. The members are building, over 500 strong. I'll see you up there. Until next time, YouTube.